Rosanna had been experiencing strange occurrences at her home, which severely affected her mental health. Worried about her children's safety, she sent them to stay with their father. One night around 2 a.m., Rosanna woke suddenly to unsettling noises coming from the hallway. Determined to prove the phenomena weren't merely in her head, she grabbed a camera and began investigating. What she captured that night will send shivers down your spine. A door slammed shut. She went to the room, but there was nothing there. Moments later, a drying rack suddenly moved toward her as if the entity intended to harm her. Yet this was nothing compared to what unfolded the following night. Once again, it was late at night when Rosanna was startled by her daughter's voice calling out to her. The problem was, her daughter wasn't even home.
pas possible, ça marche pas. Ça marche.
Something was mimicking her daughter's voice. But when Rosanna approached the room, chaos erupted. Drawers violently opened and closed on their own, and a radio suddenly turned on despite having no batteries inside. Then, the voice calling out to her grew deeper, more mature, no longer resembling her child. Rosanna said she's reached out to a priest to bless the house, desperately hoping to banish whatever dark presence is haunting her home. If that doesn't work, she's ready to abandon the place entirely. But what do you think? Is this house truly haunted? Or is this just an elaborate hoax? Let me know your thoughts. Before we jump into the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support. A family who originally posted wholesome videos shared terrifying footage on social media. The mother revealed that for some time, she, her husband, and even their neighbor have been hearing something moving above their apartment. They complained to the landlord, but he insisted it was nothing. However, Everything changed when he saw this. The landlord was terrified when he saw that something appeared to be moving the hatch. Realizing they couldn't ignore it any longer, they finally decided to investigate what was lurking above.
I'm curious.
Well, when I start rolling, if you wait, I'm gonna have to push you.
You can read someone up there. Just be like, hello. No, that was...
No, del otro lado. Ahora sí. No, que el marco se está cayendo.
No, that's too heavy.
Oh, yeah.
They discovered a blanket and a pillow, clear evidence that someone had secretly been living above their apartment. The landlord has taken immediate steps to secure the area, completely restricting access to prevent any further intrusions. But this unsettling experience leaves behind troubling questions. Who exactly was living there? How long had they been silently lurking just out of sight? The mystery remains. Chase and his wife Rachel had been staying at her grandfather's house, who had sadly passed away just a month earlier. Late one night, as the couple was winding down and getting ready for bed, something truly terrifying unfolded.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not... Let me just show you. Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure. And like, we're literally just...
Out of nowhere, the bedroom door starts to rattle violently, as if someone or something is on the other side. But there's no one there. Chase and Rachel decide they've had enough and quickly start packing to return to their own home. But just as they're getting ready to leave, something even more disturbing happens.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, we're out here. I'm leaving, like, I don't know what's going on.
The door suddenly slams shut on its own and begins rattling again, this time even more violently than before.
Okay, yeah, we're out here.
Some believe it could be the spirit of Rachel's grandfather, now lingering in the home he once lived in. Others suspect something much darker has taken up residence, possibly drawn in by its long period of abandonment. As for Chase and Rachel, they still have no idea what truly caused the horrifying events. This next video was shared by a woman named Erica. Erica typically shares wholesome content on her social media, mostly centered around family bonding moments and glimpses into her travel experiences. Her account has never been associated with anything paranormal. But among all the light-hearted posts, there was one video that stood out from the rest. The video was recorded by a security camera inside her little cousin's house, located somewhere in Indonesia. In the clip, the young boy is seen lying on the floor in his grandmother's room, casually playing a game on his phone while she rests in bed due to illness, when something disturbing is caught on camera. Out of nowhere, the boy's legs are yanked and dragged across the floor. He jumps up, flings the door open, and bolts out of the room. Another door nearby eerily swings open on its own. According to Erica, when she later asked her cousin what happened, he explained that his grandmother, still lying in bed, had suddenly mentioned seeing 3 women nearby the little boy. Thinking she was just unwell and hallucinating, he brushed it off and kept playing on his phone. But not long after, he was suddenly dragged across the room.
Kan aku kan awalnya kan main FF. Tiba-tiba Opung bilang, apa itu perempuan 3 orang? Dekat salah satu sampingmu, satu dekat TV, satu dekat itu. Yang kamera-kamera itu nyorot aku katanya. Satunya di balik tirai.
The family now believes that something about that room is attracting spirits, and it might even be linked to the grandmother's declining health. But as always, I'll leave it up to you to decide. This next video comes from 2 friends who captured something bizarre on camera. The footage was taken inside in an allegedly haunted house, and the residents have reported hearing footsteps upstairs and seeing objects move on their own. One night, as the 2 friends watched a movie together, strange events began to unfold.
Alors, on vient de mettre pause au film, ça a couru à l'étage, et ça bouge de ouf. Lucas, tu vas voir.
C'est grave chelou que ça bouge sans rien. Ça va se casser la gueule.
C'est hyper flippant.
Ça s'arrête pas, hein.
Faut qu'on aille voir.
Vas-y.
Je t'attends en bas. Hein.
Bah viens avec moi.
Oui. Merde, ta chambre. C'est déjà bien flippant.
C'est la chambre rouge.
They rush to the room but find no one there. A few minutes later, the friend recording explains what's happening.
Donc là, il y a Mimi qui nous a rejoint. Donc là, on est sur le reportage maison hantée. Je tiens à préciser qu'on a entendu quelqu'un littéralement courir à l'étage. C'était pas le chat, évidemment, il était vers nous. Et on n'a rien dans la chambre. Là, c'est quoi comme chambre?
C'est la chambre d'amis. Mais on s'en sert quasiment pas.
C'est hyper flippant. Ok, donc là il y a littéralement une porte ouverte. Ce qui est.
Ouais, bah, normalement c'est le placard qui est fermé. C'est le placard où j'ai mis tout le bordel que j'ai emménagé. Puis c'est allumé, normalement. C'est pas allumé normalement.
They decide to approach and look inside, But just like the previous room, no one was there. Unable to pinpoint the source of the running footsteps, they begin heading back downstairs. However, just as they reach the bottom of the stairs, they capture this. Footsteps can be heard coming from inside the room, and viewers quickly pointed out that even the kitten appeared to sense something unusual. Perhaps it was startled by the footsteps. While it's unclear exactly what was in the room or how the closet door managed to close on its own, the majority believe something paranormal was at play. But what's your opinion? Did these friends genuinely capture paranormal activity, or could there be another explanation? Like most footages, this one remains a mystery. In the Philippines, there's a well-known folklore that says, when it's your time to go, the universe sends a sign like a warning, a symbol, or an eerie event. And this next video might just be proof that the old saying holds some truth. Captured by security cameras, the footage shows a woman in a red hoodie casually walking down a street. But as she moves, something strange happens.
Ito sa may Maligaya Street yan. Yan ang mag-uumpisa mo wala yung ulo. Ang tanya. Ayan, glitch ba? Masira yung CCTV natin.
As you can see in the footage, the video appears to glitch in an unusually bizarre way, making it seem like the woman's head vanishes multiple times. At first glance, it might just look like a harmless camera glitch, nothing out of the ordinary. But it's what happens next that takes this video deeply disturbing.
Camera nyo. Tingnan mo yung jeep dito. Ayun, no? Bilis. Ayun, nawala mo ng preno.
Asan yung babae?
Ayun. Tangkaya lumilalim. Tangkaya lumilalim.
Shortly after the strange glitch, the woman is tragically struck by a runaway jeep, and reports claim she sadly passed away from her injuries, eerily aligning with the old Filipino superstition that a sign appears when it's someone's time to go. The video quickly went viral across Philippine websites and social media, sparking intense debate. Yet, with no confirmed source of the footage, people are left wondering, is this genuine paranormal evidence, a case of a malfunctioning security system, or simply an elaborate hoax? As always, you decide.